I was halfway through putting my makeup on and I forgot. I was like, oh, it's Wednesday. I had said I would do a get ready with me and chit chat every Wednesday. So we're halfway through, but that's okay. I caught it in time. So you can finish getting ready with me. Or don't get ready with me and just watch, or do whatever you want to do because you clicked on it for a reason. So welcome. Anyway, so I'm finishing up my brows and I've got everything else done. I've got my foundation and my starting process. I don't know. This is way out of order anyway. I did use, again, as always, which will become a regular for me, I did use the Sunday Riley Good jeans to start. Then I used the Professional primer. And oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. So I know I say this in like every video, and I promise I'm not a plug or receiving anything financially from them or from my friend that is an influencer for them. However, she was here over the weekend, well, long weekend, I guess. They were here Monday and Tuesday. That's not really a weekend, but they were here for Memorial Day. Anyway, and so she had brought a bunch of her makeup with her so I could try out the rest of the stuff in her line. And it's the pharmacy line that I've been talking about, you know, in almost every video lately. And she brought me the cream foundation, and it's this one here. It's in a little, you know, little compact, just like typical cream foundations. Of course, it's not going to open. But so she brought me this to try out, and I had gotten it, actually gotten it for a client of mine that I wanted to try. And I was like, well, before I use it on him, let me try it myself. And y'all, oh my gosh. Okay. So long story short, I've used just about every cream foundation on the line, and ignore these brows. I know it's like hilarious to look at right now because I haven't finished them. But anyway, so I have used like every cream foundation on the market, from, you know, the cheapest all the way up to, you know, NARS and Kryolan and all of those. This, I swear, is like on par with it. It is, I would match it next to Kryolan as far as like coverage, because a lot of foundations I have to like mix with something else, or it takes like 2 coats, you know, a lot of times. This took like a coat, and it would, I say coat like you sound like you're painting a wall, but I mean, it took, you know, like, it was amazing. So, like I said, I will again link her website in the description if you want to check it out. Like I said, I'm not by any means receiving anything, for, you know, talking about it. I'm thrown by this line. Like I said, I was very skeptical at first. No offense to her. I love her dearly. She's one of my best friends. And like I said, she knows that I'd be honest with her. And, I was thrown, absolutely thrown. Word for the day is thrown. Because I expected it to be kind of like, you know, comparable to, you know, NYX or I can't think of the other line off the top of my head. But, you know, something you would find at Ulta. I was expecting that. But the price point's phenomenal. Like, their foundations, I think the most expensive one they have is like $24. And that's their highest line, which is amazing as well. I have that also. That's the, well, I have 3 of their foundations, actually, now I think about it. I have the Serum Foundation, and I have the Camera Ready Foundation. All 3 of them are phenomenal. But, oh my Lord, this is my favorite by far. So this is going to be mine, and I'm going to have to order him a new one. Luckily, we're the same shade. Anyway, it's great. And this is a super long intro about foundation, but we're doing a get ready with me. So, I mean, I might as well talk about the products I'm using. It's great. Check it out. So, anyway, let's fix these brows. That was a very, very long-winded discussion about foundation. But if you're here, you're obviously here because of makeup or something. I don't know. Or you're here to hear me talk. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I hope y'all had a good Memorial Day. We had a fantastic Memorial Day, you know, considering the circumstances. We were able to have a couple friends over. And like I said, my friend I was talking about, Kirsten and her family, they were able to come up and spend the night and do a whole, you know, weekend. And it's so cute, y'all. Okay, so their daughter and my youngest, Jaden, they did a couple videos while they were here. Some YouTube, like, toy reviews. Y'all, I've never seen anything so precious. They reviewed, some little, like, make it yourself gummy things. And like I said, I'll have to add a picture or something. There'll be a picture right here when you watch this. Anyway, it is the cutest stuff in the world. And they're actually like, they're fun to do. A lot of those things is just like, you know, well, why did I actually pay for this? But I actually enjoy doing it with them too. And they had such a good time making it. They're the cutest little duo in on film. You know, they play off of each other so well. But it was so cute. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but he's the one that did the Dollar Tree video with me, the Dollar Tree makeup challenge. He's precious. He's, like I said, he's trying to find his little feet in the YouTube world. That's what he wants to do. His aspirations in life is literally to be a professional YouTuber. So I was like, I can get behind that. Yeah, it's cool. So anyway, so they were here and they did a couple of videos together, and they were the most precious things ever. She's so cute. She's like, they're both like camera hogs, I guess, in a good way, but like I said, they play off of each other so well. It was precious. Oh, okay. And so totally different subject. I completely jumped to something else. Okay. So y'all know that I like shop at Dollar Tree all the time. I love it. It's like my favorite little get out of the house and go place. And I find amazing things there, you know, like as far as for DIYs. And I mean, so if I'm like trying to, a lot of people ask me, they're like, you know, what's so great about it? And what's so fantastic about a store where every single item is $1? And I'm like, okay, well, I do a lot of DIYs, and I do a lot of, you know, decor and you know, home decorations and stuff from there. But I recreate a lot of things I might see on a lot of the designer lines and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go spend $175 on a planter that's a bucket with flowers when I can go buy the same bucket at Walmart and add my own design on it and some flowers. Okay, I'm gonna post a picture of what I did here. And then get the flowers at Dollar Tree that are basically the same flowers that would be at, you know, Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby for like $8 a bunch, when I can get them for $1 a bunch, and recreate the entire project for like $10 versus $175. And so I spend a lot of time there because they're constantly changing. They're constantly, you know, there's constantly new stuff coming in I would say every week, but almost like every day. And on top of the stuff that they carry regularly, they wind up with a lot of closeout, I guess. And again, I say this, I don't think it's closeout, because I've seen a lot of things there that are in the actual stores still at regular price. Like some of like the toys and stuff and makeup and all. So I was in there picking up snacks for the boys because they are like little human garbage disposals. I cannot keep up with their snack intake. I really can't. And it's so funny because my husband will tell them, he's like, use your school stomachs, meaning like you don't eat 75 times a day when you're at school. You just don't, and you survive. So why is it different when you're at home? Anyway. So pick my battles. So I just, I get a lot of their snacks there. And my son loves the little snack packs of like the Ritz crackers. And there's like 15 crackers in a little pack. And then there's like 6 of the packs in a little box. And it's wrapped in cellophane. So I went to get them. I get to the checkout line, and we'll call her Linda. Okay. So she starts to open the plastic. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I have to scan them each individually. No, you don't. I was like, why? And she's like, well, because these are individual. This isn't a whole, this isn't together. And I'm like, what? Yes, it is. I buy it all the time. And she's like, no, it's not. This woman was like ready to fight me. I kid you not. My son was with me. And I was like, no, they are all together. It even says on there, it says multi-pack. I mean, So she continues to argue with me. And I was like, well, can I talk to the manager? She goes, I am the manager. Well, there's problem number one. And I was like, okay. And I have a line behind me, and the guy behind me is like cracking up laughing. And I said, okay. I said, well, here's the thing. First of all, 15 knockoff, not even great value, but like a Dollar Tree brand, 15 Ritz crackers is not going to be $1 when I can go buy the whole box with 3 full-size sleeves for $1. It didn't sink in. And she was like, well, that's not how it's done. Okay. Cuss word, cuss word, cuss word. Yes, it is. This went on for like 4 minutes. I kid you not. And so finally, the guy behind me was like, just scan the package you're holding and see what comes up in your system. She didn't want to do it. And so I was like, scan it. Do what he said. That makes sense. See if it comes up $6 or $1. I guess y'all know what happened. She scanned it. Came up $1. It was like snack cracker multi-pack. $1. Y'all, she was so mad. She like did not speak for the rest of the transaction. And so, of course, you know when I leave, because I'm not going to be like ugly all the time. And so we're getting ready to leave, and my son beats me to it. And he's like, have a nice day. Y'all. I mean, it was just, that was the highlight of my Dollar Tree trip. It was hilarious. So, moral of the story, I got them for $1 because that's what they sell for, is $1. And then it was so funny because I wanted to ask her, I wanted to be like, okay, so if I go buy a box of oatmeal, are you going to scan every single pack of oatmeal? Even though it says multi-pack on the box, are you going to scan the 3 apple, the 3 brown cinnamon, and the 3 regular and charge me $9? But I kept my composure and I was nice. I wasn't that ugly. But sometimes I just wonder, I seriously wonder about people. Like, you're a manager. You're the manager. Is this the first time you've sold this? And do other people actually let you open it and sell them individually? I doubt it. Sad. So there was that. That was kind of the highlight of my weekend. And then, of course, we were supposed to have the video I posted the other day of the graduation stuff I picked up. And we were hoping to have been able to do their little graduation party over the weekend, but our weather was so disrespectful. It was like, it's going to rain, it's not going to rain, it's going to rain, it's not going to rain. And so I didn't want to put the stuff out in the yard because I didn't want it to get rained on. And so we're like, okay, well, we'll wait. And then it never did actually officially rain like it was supposed to, like storm, until Monday, y'all. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. We got like, I swear, a freaking hurricane came through. It lasted for like 15 minutes. But it was so funny because my son joked. He said, well, I guess this is them making up for all the storms they said were supposed to come through. And so now it finally came through. And I'm glad I didn't have the stuff out because, like I said, it would have been destroyed. It would have wound up in the neighbor's yard probably down the street. But we haven't been able to do their graduation stuff yet. So, oh well. We'll get to it eventually, I guess. We will eventually. We'll get to it before they actually go on to their next grade level. I hope. All right, let me dust this setting powder off. Baking powder, setting powder, I don't know. Whatever. What do y'all call it? Do y'all call it whenever you bake under your eyes? What do y'all call it? Do y'all call it setting powder or do y'all call it baking powder? Because I think it's funny sometimes when I say baking powder. Because some people like ask me, they're like, well, you mean like baking powder? No, not baking like that you bake a cake with, but you bake your makeup into your face. So I don't know. Like I said, I call it both depending on the audience I'm currently around. And now, lip balms. I'm still using that same palette, y'all. It's live. So how many of y'all's towns have like completely opened back up yet. I think today was like the official start of Nashville's yesterday, full on reopening plan because our gym's opened. Our gyms are open. They opened yesterday. I think our nail salon's open too. I haven't called to check because I need to get in and get those done. I'm tired of being my own nail tech. I'm so sick of it. I'm ready to have my nails done. Need a pedicure. Ready to tan. Oh my God, I'm ready to tan so bad. Probably gonna burn. I never burn. I never ever burn. But I guess like which is probably a good thing. And y'all, this is funny too because I remember I'm an esthetician, so I know the risks of tanning. I do. I promise. I know the risks. I still want to do it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the first time I tan, I'm probably my body's gonna be like not know what to do. It's not gonna know what's going on. It's gonna be like, what in the heck are you doing? So I'm kind of excited to at least just get some color back because your girl is getting pale and I don't like pale. Is that tingly one? I never used that one before. It's iconic. It's it's a lip plumping gloss. It's supposed to be tingly. Didn't even realize that. I like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. I totally forgot about this. Okay, so our friends that were here this weekend, he brought his VR headset with him. And it's the Oculus, like the really, really good one. And I mean, we've done VRs before. You know, we've even been to the our science center here has like a VR exhibit that's got like 4 or 5 different rooms you can go in. I'm sorry if y'all hear that like pounding upstairs. My kids are running around. They sound like elephants when they run. Anyway, so he brought it with him, and like my boys and his daughter were doing, you know, different little VR games and stuff. And I love them, so I was like, well, hey, I want to do one too. And I was like, let's all do one, and we'll Facebook Live them, because it's so funny to watch people when you don't see what they're seeing, but you see their reactions. And so I was like, hey, well, I'll even do a scary one. You know, I'm the biggest sissy. I hate anything scary. I don't watch scary movies. I don't do haunted houses. That's an ongoing joke with me and my husband. I've never completed a haunted house. I always chicken out and like leave. And so I was like, well, find me a scary one and I'll do a scary one. Stupid idea. So I was like, you know, find me a scary one. I shouldn't have said that. And so he finds me one, and I'm expecting, you know, like the jump scares, obviously, but like the ones I've done in the past where, you know, you have to like escape a house or whatever. So I didn't know the name of the one that he did. He just says, here, put it on. And so I put it on, and instantly it is terrifying. Y'all, this VR game that I did permanently changed my life. And then after I was done with it, and I went to, in fact, I didn't get to finish it. Not because I didn't want to, but because his headset, the batteries had died. So we had to charge it to finish it, or just so I could go back in and finish it. And so I didn't go back in and finish it. This time I didn't, because I was chicken. Because while we were waiting for it to charge, I was like, well, I wanted to see what this actual game is. And so we looked it up on YouTube. Oh my God. It's called Affected the Manor. And it's actually a game for Xbox and PlayStation also. And it's like rated the scariest virtual reality experience there is. The scariest virtual reality experience there is. For good reason. It was terrifying. I have never been more scared in my entire life. So I don't know if y'all know, leave me a comment if y'all are familiar with it. But look it up. It's, like I said, it's called Affected, the Manor. And it's developed for the Oculus VR system. Oh my Lord. And then my little punk son, my youngest, while I'm in this haunted house, my youngest, I'm like peeking around corners. Like I said, you can't see. And my youngest decides
I heard you were talking about me.
To come up this one right here.
What I decided to do was, she was scared looking at like pitch black darkness. And I came up behind her and I squeezed her shoulders and she fell onto the couch. And then she fell off the couch onto the floor.
I flipped like upside down and like rolled. And what's so bad about it is that in the house, inside the little virtual reality, I wind up on the floor because everything you do, it like mimics into your virtual reality experience. And so when he scares me, of course, I scream and I fall backwards and I fall over the arm of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I lose a shoe in the process.
Yeah.
But when I like turn and look, I'm on the floor in this house and there's like this creepy doll on the floor and there's like a freaking skull, and on the floor next to the freaking fireplace is a dadgum Ouija board. A Ouija board. I was like, I have opened the portal to hell through this VR experience. So needless to say, I did not finish it, but I did go and look up the actual game, and my husband watched it last night.
It's an Xbox game.
He even said, he was like, oh my gosh, he's like, I started playing this and I didn't finish it. My husband, my big, huge, not scared of anything husband, attempted the game and he didn't even finish. He's like, yeah, I turned that crap off. He's like, I was done. He's like, when they started having Ouija boards and creepy porcelain dolls and kids' voices that like are calling to you, come play with me. And you hear them like laughing and nope. I was done. I didn't do it. I didn't finish it. So like I said, go check it out. It's called The Affected Manor. Oh my gosh. The scariest thing I've ever seen. So we did that this weekend. And I think he did it on purpose, of course, because they oh my gosh, let me tell you what else he did. This dude is such a punk. He's like, they're some of our best friends. He had gone to the store and got some of the, the poppets, the little things, the snap pops, or they're called poppets, but they're little things that you like throw and they pop with firecrackers. Well, because I guess he knew I'd be the one that would get got, I go to the bathroom and I sit down and it sounds like a flipping IED has gone off in my bathroom. Of course, I jump up, I scream, about caught a heart attack. And I look and there's these little like stones on the floor. And I'm like, Alex. And so I left the seat on the toilet. He had taped 4 of the little poppets to each side of the toilet and like set it down real gently to where whoever sat on it would make them explode. Of course, it was me. It was, looking back, it's funny. It was not funny at the moment. So I told him that I'm going to get him back at some point. He won't know when. He won't know how. I will get you back. I know you're watching this too. So I'm coming for you, bro. But we had a good time. Like I said, the whole weekend we had such a good time. There's some friends of ours that we were stationed with when we were at Fort Leonard Wood. And lifelong friends, of course. So it's always fun when we can get together with them. It's one thing I love about having my husband having, us having the military background is that a lot of times, most people don't move as much as people in the military move. That's just not common practice, I guess, unless you have a job that moves you a bunch. But most people just don't move as much as military families do. And it's one thing I'm so grateful for is that everywhere we've moved, we have made lifelong friends that we have, kept in contact with. And it's always fun when you can get somewhere where you're close to them again, like location-wise, and so you can get together, and it's always fun. Which, not to say that like my other friends aren't, just as close, but you build a bond with families in the military because, like I said, they're all going through the same thing you're going through. They're all dislocated. Dislocated? Is that the word you use? I don't think that's the word you use. That's like for a joint or a bone. But anyway, they've all been dislocated from what their normal is, and wherever location they happen to be. So it's always fun to be able to get back together with them. What do I do on my eyes today? I don't know. So if any of y'all that are watching are military, let me know where all you've been, like where all you've been able to explore throughout you or your spouse's career. It's always fun to meet people and meet them through other circumstances and then find out they're like, oh yeah, well, my husband was in the Army and we were stationed at such and during such and such time. And then you realize like, oh my gosh, we were there at the same time you were. Like, in fact, I've got a friend who, they were in Hawaii at the same time we were. The entire time we were in Hawaii, they were there too, but our paths just never crossed. We didn't know each other then. In fact, I've got one friend that, and it's crazy because it was such a small crowd that was there. But when we were at Schofield Barracks, the dude, I can't think of his name right now, the dude from Ace of Cakes came and he did a taping and we were allowed to go watch them film. And it was for like a military appreciation thing. And there was only like 50 people that got to go and watch it. And she was there. And I was like, no way, Duff, that's his name. And she was there and I was like, holy crap. And like she had the same little like autograph picture and goodie bag and stuff that I did. And it's like realizing that she was in this tiny recording space and we had no idea who each other was at the time. So it's always fun. I miss moving, but I don't miss moving. It's funny because I'll like every, I guess like year or so, since I know we're not going to be moving to a new house, I want to like rearrange everything and make it feel like we've moved, I guess, make everything look different in the house. Drives my husband crazy. Which when we bought this house, it just so happened to have been like almost exactly 3 years after we moved to Nashville. And he's like, look, we are not buying a new house every 3 years just so that you can have a new house to move into and decorate. So that was kind of funny because everybody's like, you know, you don't have to keep moving. He's retired now. You're done. I know. I like new surroundings. I do like knowing that everything is like semi-permanent now. I don't have to wonder, where am I going to live in 2 years? What continent will I be on? So let's talk about all of the new requirements and recommendations for these bigger places that are opening, like Six Flags and the zoo, and I guess like the trampoline parks and just all these, you know, amusement or fun things to do type places, whatever you want to call them. Okay. I'm excited that they're opening, don't get me wrong, but there is no way on earth I'm going to go to Six Flags in July or August or any time for that matter. It could be dadgum December and wear a freaking mask inside an amusement park. Here's my reason for that. If someone gets sick on a roller coaster and they're wearing a mask, is that safe? To go on a loop, get sick, and have the mask contain it to their face for the remainder of the ride, up their nose. Did they not think that part through? Again, I am all for being safe. I am not condoning breaking the rules, whatever. I just have some questions, some legitimate questions that cannot be safe. I'm not talking about, the heat of the summer wearing a mask. I mean, that's a whole nother question I have. But putting someone in the position to possibly get sick and have it contained to their face, no, that is so stupid. So stupid. So we will not be visiting an amusement park so long as there's requirements for wearing a mask at a dadgum amusement park that's outside. I get the social distancing, that's great. I get, the line system. Let's talk about that. You're going to have people standing in line and have them marked off 6 feet apart. I mean, have y'all been to Six Flags? Have you experienced waiting in line for a ride? That's all I'm going to say. In the zoo. A mask at the zoo. No. Won't do it. I guess we won't be visiting attractions this summer, I suppose. It's break it to my kids, break their little hearts, but I'm not going to have my children wear a mask to go see Raja the elephant when it's 102 degrees outside in Nashville. That's just, no. Personal preference. I'm not saying I'm a scientist or a medical professional. I'm not saying, whatever, but just, it's not for us. Nope. I haven't found out yet what they're doing as far as like escape rooms and trampoline parks and all that stuff. I'm sure it'll be the same regulations. Wear a mask to jump, wear a mask to get scared. I don't know. I'm just ready for everything to go back to normal. If that's even a thing. I don't even know what normal is anymore. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. A lot of changes happening. Which leads me to another question. So I know that they have allowed the NFL to start practicing again, which I'm super excited for. Yay! I imagine that the college football will start with like the same requirements and stuff. But so when they have a game, I don't even understand how that's supposed to work. Like, you take your family to a football game, but you have to sit like so many seats apart. So say I had a 5-year-old. My 5-year-old has to sit 2 seats away from his mama and daddy at a football game. I don't know, y'all. I just don't. I don't know how this is all going to work. I don't know. They may not even open the stadiums. Who knows? They may just do it like NASCAR and everybody has to just watch the games from the comfort of their home, which brings me to another question. What about season ticket holders? I mean, you going to tell them they can't go to the game? You going to give them their money back? I mean, so many questions. Hey, okay, so again, switch on the subjects. I just thought of this, so maybe I have to ask. How many of y'all watched that show on, I think it was Netflix, maybe? I don't even remember. Outer Banks. It's the one about the kids that live up in the Outer Banks. And it's like the treasure hunting, whatever the kid, like his dad was a treasure hunter and was lost at sea, and now he's trying to like finish what his dad couldn't. Oh my gosh, it is so good. If you haven't watched it, you have to watch it. It's, like I said, it's called Outer Banks. I think it was designed to be like a teen drama, mystery, whatever. It sucked me and my husband in. Oh my gosh, we binged the whole show in like 2 days. 2 days. It's only the first season out. It was like 10 or 12 episodes, but they apparently have already been signed for like 3 more seasons. I have so many theories as far as where it's going to go in the next season. just have like, oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, they did technically end it to where it could be like a mini series, but there's so many directions that it could go from where they left off, and I'm so excited. It's so, so good. I'll be anxious for the next season. Also, well, think about it, talking of new seasons, where is the new season of 13 Reasons? Because I was like, in my Facebook memories, it came up the other day that it had apparently, season 3 had apparently come out like around this time last year. Because I had a thing on my status was basically something about how we had binged it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Where's that at? Why are we not seeing that right now? That would be helpful in this quarantine time. I don't remember where that show left off. I know it was the dude that got killed, the mean kid, but I'm ready for the next season of that. They can't end that one. They've got too many faithful followers that fell into it. That's probably my favorite bingeable show. We've got so many of them. Like, we watch 13 Reasons. We watch, what's it called? The one about the girl, the chicks that wear all the red. Oh my gosh, I'm completely thrown for what it's called. I'll put it right here when I think of it. But I'm ready for that one to start up again. Oh my gosh, that's another one that I wasn't sure about it, and I had heard people talking about it. And so I finally gave it a shot, and I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna check it out and see what it's about. And he's like, it doesn't look good. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And it's it's kind of scary because if you think about it, it's that's not that far off from where we're headed as a country as a whole. That is the one show I have never yelled at a TV more in my adult life watching a show than some of the things that happened in that show. But it's so good. It's so, so good. Like I said, ready for that one to start back up. The other one, of course, everybody and their brother has watched it, I'm sure, because all my Facebook feeds have been about it, or were about it. It's kind of past its high point now. But Little Fires Everywhere, oh my God. I read the book, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm indifferent. I haven't decided how I feel about the changes that were made between the book and the show. Because sometimes I wonder, if a book is freaking amazing, why would you feel the need to change it up as much as they sometimes do for the show? I get, for, I guess, ratings and stuff, they'll change some little things to fit with what's current, because the book is written in, the show too, but it's written in 1990, late 90s, I don't remember, which was perfect. I loved the casting because, of course, they used actors and actresses from when I was watching all the teen shows like Dawson's Creek, and they used Reese Witherspoon, iconic 90s actress, and Joshua Jackson for Pacey. They played the couple, the married couple. But I don't understand why some of the changes they made, and I'm not going to say a lot because if you haven't seen the show, I don't want to make it a spoiler. But if you've read the book and then you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. There were some drastic changes, some things they left out, some things they completely just introduced that were not even part of the book to begin with. Because I'm sitting here I'm watching with my husband, and I'm like, oh, it was coming up, and then it didn't happen. Or then oh, this is not how it happened in the book. Or that is not who that character was supposed to look like in that book. So either way, they're both great. And like I said, if you've read one and not seen the movie or the show, it's great. If you've seen the movie and not read the book, it's great. But if you read and then watch, it's an interesting concept, I guess. I don't know. But it's good. It's good. I recommend it. Definitely recommend it. They are not apparently doing another season. I was reading up on it, and the author said, you know, she didn't like flat out say no, but I don't feel like she was fully on board for another season. It's kind of upsetting because they could have gone a lot of places with it, but they didn't. So let me know in the comments what y'all's favorite shows to binge watch are, or your favorite series in general, because I'm always looking for new stuff to watch and new series to grab and catch up on. Always. That's what we do. We don't watch we watch network TV. So we watch the Chicago series. We watch all three of those are fantastic. We watch SVU, of course, and they're coming out with a spinoff that's bringing Stabler back. I can't wait. And we watch SWAT. Oh, that's my secret fantasy husband, Shamar Moore. I'm not even ashamed to say it. But we do watch, we watch our network shows. But I love Hulu and Netflix shows. They're the best. They are the absolute best. In fact, one of my jobs is that I work on a Netflix show, so I have to give some appreciation to Netflix. But what are some of y'all's shows and series that you watch that you recommend that I need to go check out? Because I'm always looking to add to my list. And I'll watch anything, like I said, from Tiger King, whatever that was called, to, the highest rated dramas that there are. So let me know. I would be interested. And also, I like to see, what kind of shows people watch that, what their range is. I won't watch this, but I'll watch that. Or, whatever. I would like to see what other people watch. And I haven't got on board with the Stranger Things. My oldest son watches it. And he keeps telling me I need to, but I've never seen one single episode of it. It just doesn't seem appealing to me. I don't know. I don't get the concept. It doesn't look interesting to me, so I don't know. But anyway, it's been almost an hour now, so I will close this out, and I will see y'all in my next video. Hope you have a good week, and hope y'all's weather is better than our craptastic weather, because it's raining and raining and raining, and there is no end in sight. So, but I hope y'all have a good week, and thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, like I say in every video, I don't know why you're still here at the end, but subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, please. I'd love to have you. I always have different content. There's never anything that's set. The only thing that is set is Wednesday you will get a Get Ready With Me, and somewhere in between you're going to get some sort of a display of what I've gone and bought in a haul. So, along with tutorials and stuff, of course, also. But anyway, I will talk to y'all soon. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Make sure you hit the bell so that you stay up to date on all of my latest uploads and videos. Also, follow me on Instagram at jwaltmua, or check out my website, jennywalton-artistry.com.